Welcome everyone to this month's Astrocolorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. So it's the end of the year, December. Oh my goodness, what have we got to look forward to? So for the Astrocolorscope, the idea is that I'm going to pick 3 crystals out of my crystal bag here. I'm going to pick a bead out of my bead bag, and then I'm going to throw the crystals into a circle of 12 houses, see which crystals land in the houses so that they're specific for your sign, and I'll look at the color of the bead and use that to help me to interpret the energy that's coming up for you. And we'll also take a card from the Voyager deck, one of my favorite decks, so that you can interpret when you look at the card what the symbols or the images that you're most attracted to mean for you. So I can tell you what they mean for me, but you also are involved with that interpretation. So before we go any further, do make sure to sign up through my bit.ly/color kit link to grab your color kit, and you'll get my love letter as well. And of course, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video and leave a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to get to the comments soon, and I would love it if you'd share it with your friends too. Alright then, so let's get started. Okay, Aquarius, so this is very interesting for you. You have a shaman stone that went into your first house. And the shaman stone, take a look at that. It almost looks like it comes from the center of a fruit. Because it's called a shaman stone and because it's gone in your first house, I feel that for you this is a month of healing. It may be that you are healing others, healing yourself, healing your family, healing the past, healing the present. You know, there's a real strong sense of coming into your power around that healing vibration. And this is a very light stone. It looks like it's heavy, but it's very, very light. So I feel almost as if you're on the last round of some form of healing. So again, it can be connecting to you, it can be connecting to family members, or it can be connected to you actually helping others to heal as well. Because it's in your first house, it's about your identity and about who you are. And it's kind of interesting to me that it's a brown color, and it looks almost like it's something that would get stuck in your throat. So I feel that part of the healing is around communication and around speaking your truth. And there's almost a sense of needing to share something that you have that's been brewing from within you. So it could be something that you've needed to say as I start to cough to somebody, or it could be that you have a gift or a talent that you haven't shared with people, haven't shared with others, and it's that you need to start speaking about now. I feel almost as if this needs to be magnetic as well, and I feel like it's waiting to wake up. So I feel that for you, you are waiting to wake up, you're waiting to wake something up within you so that you can start attracting to you maybe healing, or maybe something that needs to be healed, or a healing path, a healing journey that is your next step. Now, the bead that came up for you is green. And green is the heart chakra, and that's healing again with the green energy. So then we get this kind of like brown, which is a little bit dark, and then we get this bright green. So you're coming up for a new beginning, but it's almost like you have to heal something first in order to take that next step, but you're almost there because this went into your first house. So it's like that new beginning is already there, it's already begun, but there's still something that you have to do first before you can really jump into that beginning. Hopefully that makes sense. This reminds me of budgie stones, you know, and you always used to have 2 budgie stones, and I feel like there's a part of you that's missing. I feel like there's some piece of you that still wants to come back to you. It's like a retrieval. So with that shamanic energy, it may be that you need to go on a shamanic retrieval, a soul retrieval, to bring some part of yourself back to you. And that again is a healing modality. Right, Phil, that's what it's that's all we have from that stone. Sodalite heart, sodalite heart went into your 9th house. The 9th house is about education and communication with a higher being, a higher mind, philosophy, and also communication with and connection with overseas cultures, etc. Sodalite there's an aspect of it that's protective, but when I look at that blue, to me it's about communication and about vision and about clairvoyance and clairsentience and claircognizance, all those kind of clairs that seems to come in with the sodalite. So I feel almost as if you are connecting with a higher vibration of yourself. And again, with that shamanic stone, it's interesting that it seems to be moving along spiritual lines for you this month. The 9th house is also about religion and faith. So with this, I feel that it's almost like you're going to rediscover or reconnect with psychic gifts, healing abilities, maybe with an educational program that you've done before and now you're coming back to it. And I could be totally off with that sort of interpretation, and it may be something like a language that you're going to reconnect with, a language that you may have tried to do before and now you're coming back to it again. So it's like a higher vibration of something that you do already. So you speak one language and now there's another language that's coming in. Maybe you teach and then there's a higher program, a bigger program that you're going to teach, that sort of thing. So there's a higher vibration of whatever it is you're doing right now, and that's coming into your life. A heart energy is something that you've wanted. I feel as well, because the sodalite has white in it, that there's something you're going to be letting go. So if there's a trip that you wanted to take, you may need to put that off. I'm getting the sense of March. So, it's not going to be the same for everybody, but I get this feeling of a trip around about March, and it feels like one of those trips that is either religious-based or it's faith-based, or it's to a place that has a connection to either religion or belief system, some kind of culture that's different from the regular sort of culture. All right then, so the final stone that came up is ruby, and that went into your 10th house, and the 10th house is your career and how you're seen in the world. So with this particular ruby, it's something that can be put into jewelry. So it has a flat back and then it's rounded on the other side. So it's almost like it's waiting to go onto a piece of jewelry. So I feel that with your career, with this red, you're waiting to begin something. You're waiting to start something. There's black in this as well, a little bit of black, a little bit of dark, and the red. Red is a color of movement, of getting things moving, and with the ruby it's like a ruby pinky color. So I feel like you've been delayed. Something has been delayed for you and you're just waiting to get it started. This month everybody is going through the same aspect, which is a Pluto square Uranus, and Pluto is a planet of control. It's a planet of getting things kind of together and sometimes moving things out that have been hidden as well. And Uranus is one of those planets that is surprising, and it's a freedom energy. So there's with the square, it's a bit of a conflict between staying on your path and then going off and doing something different. And I feel that is connecting to this ruby. It's almost like you've been on a particular path, and the ruby is saying there is a new path for you, and that Uranus and Pluto is in conflict. So the one side is saying, I really need to stay in this because this is where I make my money and this is where what I'm used to. And then the Uranus is saying, no, go do something different. And your Uranus is in your 3rd house of communication, and Pluto is in the 12th house of healing and closure and fear as well. So there's almost a sense of, it's almost like you have to speak your truth right now and speak up and say what it is you want, and then look at what you need to, which doors you need to close, and so you can start this something new. And I feel like it's around your career as well, that it's linked with your career. Yeah, I was just seeing if there was anything else that wanted to come up there. Now, the card that came up for you, I'm not sure what it says here, but it's interesting to me because it has a kind of shamanic energy with it. It's called Courage. It's the 7 of Wands. Take a look at that and see if there's anything in that card that really attracts you at this moment. And ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean? So when I look at that, I see the tribal face in there. And of course it makes me think again of the shamanic stone. So I feel almost as if you've been wearing a mask, and now that mask, you're going to take that mask off and you're going to be courageous, and you're going to let people see you and your abilities. There's a lot of that for different signs this month in particular, but for you, I feel that it connects with your identity and who you are. And there's a healing energy that goes with this as well. So it may be about the courage to heal and to retrieve, again, to retrieve those parts of your soul that you've lost maybe in this lifetime or other lifetimes, so that then you can follow the path that is true for you. Okay, that's it for this month's Astrocolorscope. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to share it with your friends, and remember to collect your colour kit at bit.ly/colour kit. This is a wonderful way to see what's coming up for you in this month, but I also offer personal consultations. You can find those at sealedwithlove.com/guidance. Nothing beats a personal consultation. And I also make jewelry. So these pieces that I'm wearing, my pendulum necklace and my love eternal necklace, you can find them in my store at store.sealedwithlove.com. I will see you next week. Lots of coloricious blessings to you. Bye.